Uh-oh. I don't know if I did.
Looks like we're live on Twitch.
Oh, are we? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Alright, then I did it right. How do we sound? Do we sound loud enough? How do we sound? Do we sound loud enough? Here, talk really quick. How do we sound? Do we sound loud
Yeah.
enough?
Testing.
Here, talk really quick.
Testing.
Sound? Do we sound
Yeah.
loud enough? Okay,
Testing.
yeah, that's good. Sounds good to
We're
me.
good?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, cool.
Bailey,
Yo,
welcome. Woo! Big
thanks.
series on your hands tonight.
Yeah, dude.
We got a couple questions, pre-game little interview thing for playoffs. So yeah, we're just gonna fire away. First one: what weakness do you think you can exploit on the enemy team of IOL? What do you think their top
Uh,
weakness is? Be brutal.
um, I'm trying to think of a nice way to say this, I guess. I mean, I feel like they play through like bot and mid a lot, right? And it's
Yep.
not like Jojo plays weak side a lot, so he's used to it. So maybe we just like exploit that, knowing
Okay.
that he's probably not going to get many ganks top lane. I mean,
Right.
that's the first thing that comes to my mind. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good answer.
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Okay. And next question: what are you expecting from their draft? Do you know like some picks that you are expecting that are gonna come in, or something like
Um,
that?
I feel like it's hard to say for top lane at least for JoJo because he plays like a lot of weird shit.
Right.
But
True. Yeah.
maybe like I could imagine them going like Nunu jungle or like a
Oh,
tanky jungle or something.
that'd be interesting. Okay.
Um, for mid lane, man, I don't know. He plays like Yone, Yasuo, Zed, Akali,
All right.
like assassin picks, but in the series he's been playing like control mages lately, so it's hard to say as well like what he'll play.
Yeah, that is a little bit
Mm-hmm.
tough. They've been switching up a
Mm-hmm.
bit. All right. And then the last one is what's your team's key focus? It kind of answered in the first one. It sounded like maybe pressuring the top side.
Yeah, I think pressuring the top side probably because also we have Nunya business on top lane now, and he's kind of like a playmaker for us.
Mm-hmm.
He
Oh,
either
for
like
sure.
walls off really hard, so if we can take advantage of that and they're like of Will being a playmaker and then also them having weak side top,
Right.
then we could probably get a lot out of that.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, last question. Did like coming into playoffs, does it give you any nerves, or are you just completely chill? Like when you go into a League of Legends game like this, you got a little nerves going, or are you completely fine?
I mean, it's hard to say. Maybe a tiny bit, but not as much now. Just because it's like I don't know if we lose, then I probably won't be that upset either. I'll probably be kind of relieved. But I'm too competitive to just like throw,
Oh
so
yeah.
I'm definitely gonna play it. But not as many nerves for that reason alone, I
Okay.
think.
Yeah, that's cool. Alrighty. Well, we wish you luck, and me and Reese are both rooting for you guys for the upset. So,
Yeah.
Oh, sheesh. Thanks,
Always
yeah.
guys.
good to see an underdog.
Oh, yeah, we always love to see it. So yeah, wish you luck and good luck in the games.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Best of
Appreciate
luck,
it.
Bailey.
Absolutely. Alrighty, and now on to our next interview. That was the team captain of TTM, Mr. Bailey. Our next interview will be with the website creator himself, Derek. And he is the captain of IOL.
Hello.
Speak of the devil, there
Oh,
he is.
shoot! There he is. All right, welcome. We're just gonna ask you a quick, like 3 or 4 questions, really quick. So the first one is, what weakness do you think you can exploit on the enemy team?
Um, I think Will is going to panic playing against JoJo. So
Oh,
Ooh.
okay,
I think we're just gonna kind of win through laning this game.
okay,
Nice.
I like it.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. All right. Second question: what do you expect from their draft? Do you know of like any picks that you think they're gonna pick, or what's the how good is the scouting?
Um, yeah, so it's really hard to draft against TTM right now because
Mhm.
they're doing what BBW did in playoffs or whatever their team name was last year. Blue Screen Bandits.
Yeah.
Doing whatever those guys did in playoffs last year, where they've decided to just roll swap everywhere.
Yep.
Um, so, assuming they pick the same positions they had last time, I think we're got a pretty decent idea of what's going to get picked.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you make a great point. It is extremely hard to play against this team right now because you have literally no idea where they're going. So
Yeah,
that definitely
I've
makes
been
it tough.
saying that we should ban flexing since before season 1 started. So
Oh, don't worry. We were the first team to go against the flex of GGG with the
yeah.
Z pick. So I definitely understand that one. All right, and then the next question is, what's your team's key focus? What are you guys going to focus on the most?
I think right now our biggest weakness, right, is playing around objectives. You know, I think our lanes are really good, and we just like have struggled recently with communicating around objective setup.
Right.
So I hope to show that we've done that better. I also think our biggest weakness is playing series after 9 p.m. Um, not
Yep.
happy about this. I've got my coffee, uh,
You're prepared.
not decaf this time.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ooh.
I,
You
I
spiced
left
up,
it.
ready to roll.
Yep, I left it decaf against STD because I wanted the lower bracket run, so I get to play
uh-huh.
more beer league games because I just
Right.
fucking love beer league.
More practice before finals. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah, makes
Yeah, because
sense.
the real enemies are gonna be GGG there in finals.
Oh,
Ooh, wow.
wow.
Trying to stir up the
Calling out the
casters before we
casters. Yeah, I was about
go.
to say, holy moly.
I want this to be the spiciest cast of the season.
Yeah, we're
You
just
know?
gonna be
Oh,
at each other's
absolutely.
throats the whole time now.
All right, and the
Yep.
last question, this kind of, perfect lead in. This is, in fact, a lose or go home situation for either your team or Bailey's team, who we just talked to. Does that mean, are you nervous at all going into a game like this? It's playoffs. Do any nerves come into you?
Um, yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I was actually really nervous at the start of our first game against you guys.
Oh, yeah, me too. I get nervous too.
Yeah, but right now I'm not too nervous. You know, I do really want to win. We were so close last season. I think we were really close season 1. So I'd love to take it. Um, but at the same time, you know, I've got some crafty production things that I've been dreaming up. So if I
Hmm.
get to pull those out first time during finals and just make
Ooh,
beer league better, I'm also okay with that.
Well, that's a
But
great attitude to have on it.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
yeah,
Well, I
it's
wish you
not gonna
luck.
happen though, so I'm not
Oh,
worried.
definitely not. I expect to see you in the finals against our team. Anyways,
Yeah, yeah.
good luck on the games, and we'll be rooting for a good series. So I hope you guys take it to three games.
Yeah.
Oh,
Best of luck, David.
I 2-0 or we lose. Honestly, 1 a.m. Like I can't stay up till 1 a.m.
That's a good
All
point.
right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
thanks.
go collaborate.
Sounds good. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for casting, you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no problem.
Alrighty, so some pretty juicy interviews there. Some nerves. I mean, I'm definitely a victim of it too. Even though it's just a video game, I definitely get nervous. Like, about to queue up into a beer league, match that actually has a big deal. Last week I was down. You feel like those little jitters in your body. Like, whoo, here we go.
Yeah.
Um,
Playoffs is a whole different breed. You lose a series and that's
you're
it.
done.
That's the
Yeah,
rest of the season.
yeah.
So,
Especially like a series. This is a big series. Loser goes
oh yeah.
home. There is, and that's like the thing about a 3 game series to me is it's like winning the first game is just such a big deal. First of all, it's just
Oh
like
yeah.
your nerves kind of go away, and then you're just like you feel so much better. Like,
Yeah, getting one game under your belt really feels like you can just take over the series.
yeah, big time. I definitely agree. And okay, so do you know how the side selection works? Is it still the higher seed?
Yes, I believe so. So I
Okay,
think IOL elected to take red side on the first game,
that's
which
that's interesting. What do you think
interesting to
about
me.
that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it leads me to believe that they might have some counter picks ready that they're ready to
Hmm.
try to throw out. Like if they're expecting some sort of pick from TTM in the top lane, they
Right.
want to be able to try to counter pick it on the fifth slot. Or I know that they have been playing Illusion Nami a lot, and so being able to grab those two right away on the run on the 1-2 spots, I think that that could be another thing that they might be thinking about. But they definitely chose red side for a reason, so we'll just have to see what they're looking
Yeah,
for.
that is very interesting. At least in our last series, um, like I think everyone chose blue side, and that was only a week ago. So it just shows you how things change quickly. And also
Mhm.
as you said, it's just preparing. But what do you think? What are we expecting to be a first pick in this draft between these two teams?
Mm. Last patch, I would have said a Moo, and I think you would agree with me. But
Yeah,
since he's not so flexible anymore, I don't think he's really worth first picking.
yeah, I would agree.
So I don't know. Maybe Misfortune. I think it's a relatively simple AD carry to play, and I think it's just really strong. And I think that both teams are capable of playing it. So
Yeah,
I
I would
think
agree.
Misfortune's for sure a good first pick this patch.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be either it's gonna have 100% presence in this series, either banned or picked. And that's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think
why
that's fair.
it surprised me for IOL not to go, um, blue side first, considering I know they like the not maybe not as much this patch, but they were really vibing with the Moo Misfortune lane. So it's kind of surprises me that they go red, but as you said, we're gonna assume that they have a little plan going here.
Oh, for sure.
And also, I mean,
My guess is they have some sort of answer for
right.
Misfortune that they want to try to bait out them to first pick it.
And honestly, it's like, I mean, both sides are good. I mean, but clearly both sides have their benefit. I mean, they have
Oh yeah.
really, IOL's probably strongest strength is how good their almost every single one of their lanes is.
Mhm.
So I mean, having the counter pick for two at least of your lanes probably is pretty big. So
Yeah, yeah. I think that a lot of them have pretty deep champion pools and being able to, like you said, use those counter picks to their advantage to try to win through lanes. I think
right,
that that could be really vital.
yeah, definitely agree. So do you think Cade being on XSPO. Do you think he has any insider information on this team or in this bot lane going into his counterpart Etrum?
Well, when we were on SPO, both Latradis and Etrim played different positions than what they're playing now. But
Right,
I think that Cade kind of has a sense of the picks that they like to play and kind of the play styles that they like to play.
right.
So I think that there's a good chance that we could see uh, Cade try to be all over the map to try to stop what he expects them to do.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. If you had to say, which lane wins the hardest, what would you expect?
Mm.
Who do you think? What's the win con? Or who do you think's going to be the win con? I guess.
Right, right. I think really that Zed is obviously a lane kingdom kind of player. He definitely does tend to pop off and just try to hard stomp his lane with assassins like Akali and Zed and things like that. So I think that that's definitely something to watch out for. But I think top lane is going to be extremely explosive this series. I think both JWM and None Your Business are extremely aggressive players,
Mm-hmm.
and putting them head to head is going to have some sparks for sure.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a super active lane as well. Um, yeah, I think I agree with you. I think the edge is going to be in the mid lane, just because I think that's the biggest gap. It's nothing to do with against Bailey or anything, but mid isn't his main role to my knowledge. I could be completely wrong. However, he does have a good pick into Bradley's picks with the Malzahar. However, maybe they banned it after seeing him play it multiple times last week. Um, but I just think you put really bad Zed in a Curie and you just let him do him. But in the first series, as Bailey was saying, he was picking control mages. So it'll be interesting to see if they stick with that decision.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Iowa has definitely tried to expand Bradley's champ pool, and I think that we have seen some success with him on things like Oriana and Anivia in the past, and they've tried to keep expanding that pool a little bit more with leaning into things like the Lux, which I didn't think looked as good as some of his other champions. So I'm curious to see what they lean back on, if they want to keep trying to put him on mages, or if they're just going to let him run Rampart with his assassins that he just loves.
Right. yeah, it'll be. I really hope that they put him on carries, but I don't know. I mean, and do you have any knowledge of who the shot callers are on this team? I don't off the
I
top of my head.
I think for IOL or for TTM,
Both.
I'm pretty sure that both Dana and Derek do a lot of the talking
Okay.
for IOL. I know that when we were on SPO, even though that we played different positions back then, but when they played top and mid, they were still pretty active in communicating. And I
Right.
think the fact that they play jungle support now,
Is
that just is,
kind of yeah, it just solidates it.
yeah, exactly. Those two positions are really important to be calling the shots throughout the game. So I think that those two are the primarily shot crawlers for IOL. But then for TTM, I'm not sure, especially with all the role swaps. I have no idea who's
Yeah,
doing any
it's
of the shot calling.
hard. It might just be
So,
like a group thing.
right, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So we have 6 viewers right now. Let's go. If you're in the chat, let's hear your predictions. I think Reese, what was your prediction again?
I said probably like 60-40 towards IOL, so I'm gonna call it IOL 2-1.
IOL
I
2
think that
1.
that's more likely, but in my pick'ems bracket, I have TTM winning in my mind.
Oh, shoot.
I got a little bit of a, well, what's it called? Bias, having my brother on
Right. I mean, that makes
TTM.
sense.
Want to see him make a deep run through playoffs.
Right. Yeah, I mean, one of the brothers has to make it to the finals. Jeez.
Okay,
You guys have
yeah,
great
yeah.
odds. I assume at least one of you guys is going to make it, but we'll have to see. My prediction is I hope it's going to be a 3-game series, but I think IOL is going to win. I mean, they're just a really good team. I think clearly not as good as STD because we absolutely destroyed them last week, but that's all right. They're pretty good. They're decent for a number 2 seed. But yeah, I think IOL is gonna win it, 2-1, as same prediction as you, Reese. And
Yeah,
then in the
yeah.
chat, Scoop says TTM winning 2-1. So we got some
Yeah.
people thinking the underdog's gonna win here.
I don't think that that's like an outrageous score to think that that's
Oh,
what's
I
gonna
don't think it is
happen.
either. I think TTM
I
just
that's not a hot take. That's just the less common answer. It's
Right.
not a hot take though.
yeah, they mollywopped. How? I mean, it was
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yup.
Um,
Yup.
So if they have that mentality, I think they're gonna win. But here we go. Here's the bands. So Zed
Oh, awesome.
first off the table. Here, I'll stream this. Did you have the link or what?
No, I'm looking at it right now. We're
Okay,
good.
cool. And then Cannon. Oh, you were right. Cannon with the Cannon ban against Nunn.
Yup. Oh, Malzahar as well. Another thing that we know that Bailey likes to play that does counter a lot of Bradley's champ pool. So
Mhm.
good to see that being taken away, I think.
Yeah, I think that's really good. That's that kind of tells us that IOL is in fact looking to do a carry mid lane, which is exactly what we wanted them to do. So that's a good start. And then on the left side, they banned out the Etrim Zillion and the Yone from Really Bad Zed.
Yeah, yeah. Derek Zillion has been kind of a terror for the past couple weeks of the season. It's just so hard to play against.
Yeah, it is.
And a
very
Lulu
hard.
ban. Wow. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
It is part of Cade's champ pool, but I think Cade's pool is more like an ocean. It seems so hard to ban him out in the first phase because he could just play anything. Like one
Right.
ban towards him doesn't really mean anything in my mind. Let's see what TTM elects the first pick. Misfortune.
Oh,
Just
there
like
it
we called.
is. The casters are on it tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
I
sir.
think that's a great first pick because that champion is busted.
It's so flexible. You can take any rune set you want. You could build any items you want, and you're gonna have success no matter what. You can run Kraken Slayer to cut through tanks. You can go Lethality to just try to one-tap people. You can go Comet for poke, PTA, Dark Harvest, anything. It all works.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But Ezreal, pretty good counter, I would say. Ezreal's probably the second best ADC pick in my opinion right now. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I think Ezreal has kind of fallen off in the meta with all the Divine Sunder
Right.
nerfs, but I
Okay.
still think he's a really solid champion, and I think he's pretty good in Misfortune because he can jump out of her bullet time if she decides to just drop it on him in lane.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I
you
think it's
know
a pretty
better
good
than
pick
me.
in Misfortune.
You are the
Yeah.
ADC player, so I will trust that. Who do you think the second best ADC is then?
Ooh, I don't know. I think it's all relative, but I think in general, Ezreal's pretty okay.
Okay. And
Kazakh's going
Kha'Zix,
over
I
to
like that.
Atreides.
You love to see
Yup.
it. She looks pretty strong on it this season, so hopefully she can pull it out. But this does mean it's already double AD, so I mean it's pretty much forcing Bradley to go AP.
Yeah. If I
Um,
were TTM, I'd start loading up on tanks. Ezreal and Kha'Zix do not like tanks, and if
That's
Bradley's
true.
looking to go an assassin, he's just going to be denied that opportunity if they
Yeah.
start putting on tanks.
It's a great point. And Leona, they're going with it.
There's one.
There's one. And
I like it. I like Leona Misfortune. That's a pretty good duo. The lockdown plus bullet time just ensures that one target is going to die.
yep, I agree. And in the chat, Vermilion says IOL 2-1. And Vermilion also really wants Bradley to take Yasuo. And Scoobs is saying Lucian is the second best, or actually number one best ADC. So some interesting takes in the chat.
Highest from him. He is a Lucian main in solo queue, I believe. Jarvan, I like to see that as well. I think that
That's pretty
Ezreal and
good
Kha'Zix are going to kind of struggle into this so far. Yasuo would be so spicy, though. It does just completely deny Misfortune from using her ult in a team fight. But then they're just loaded up too much on AD.
Blitzcrank.
Ooh, Etchern's Blitzcrank.
That's pretty scary. It literally solo won the game last week.
Yeah,
It was disgusting.
I think that there's a good chance that bot lane is 1v1. I think there's a really good chance that Blitzcrank just buys
roaming.
Moby boots and just roams in cage trying to follow him. I think that that's a really probable outcome.
Yeah, no, that's
Because Misfortune and Ezreal are both fine with solo laning bot. They're both pretty good about that.
And
I like to see the Irelia banned away. One of Nanya Business's best champs, and I'm surprised that they didn't look to grab it in the first phase yet.
Yeah, it's both of the teams kind of saying, "Hey, look, our solo lanes have a deep pool, so we don't even, we're not stressed about picking or anything." So they're both gonna get banned out here. So it'll be interesting to see if TTM has picked up on all AD so far. So they're gonna ban out. Yep, there's an AP champion. Good band. See what
I'm not sure if
has.
that's in. Oh, it's in JoJo's
Yeah,
pool.
JoJo.
That makes. Oh, that leads me to believe that they might be thinking about Malphite then. Because Silas is one of Malphite's biggest counters, and if they're getting rid of Silas, then they might try to grab Malphite
Yeah.
since they're all AD.
The thing about that is it kind of veers away from what Bailey told us pregame. Put Nanya on the carry, let him carry, and Malphite
Yeah.
not a carry.
I mean,
so.
sometimes you gotta just suck it up and do what's best for the team, though. I know,
That is
I know
true.
that he likes to play the carries and things, but if it looks like a Malphite game to me so far.
And you can carry on tanks. It's just much harder.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can't just express as much dominance in lane and things like that when you're on a tank, but
And Lux, they're banning them. Mage, that's interesting. I would have banned Akali if I was.
oh
them.
yeah, maybe. I think banning AP champions is smart for sure
Right.
because you want to. Oh,
And
there
the
it is.
Yasuo, wait, they're all AD right now. So
They're
that means
just hovering it so far. I think locking it might be troll. I think that almost secures an Malphite pick for sure.
do they pick it? That means they're gonna lock it in. Yes.
Oh my gosh, they locked it
So
in.
so TTM can use this so well because now if you've done your scouting, JWM's almost, I would say 99% is either going to pick Nico or Lilia. 99%. I bet you it's one of those two.
Yeah, maybe. They definitely do need AP, and I think that those are two champions that he could play for sure.
Yeah. Vermilion said he called it, but he does think it's troll now as well. Oriana picked him.
I love Oriana Jarvan. That is such a good duo. You put the ball on Jarvan, he flag drags, and you get a huge shockwave.
This is a disgusting team fight comp right now.
Oh yeah,
And
for sure.
if they do pick this Malphite, oh no.
Yeah.
It's going to be a rough game.
Yeah, there's no way you can 5v5 if they lock Malphite here. The other team just insta loses if they try.
Let's see.
Come on, pick it.
Jace.
Oh no.
So they are going to stick to the carry top laner. So that's interesting.
I was wrong, but I think it's a fine pick. I think that Will is pretty good at it, and they already have a pretty good team fight with Oriana Jarvan, Leona Misfortune. I don't think they need another Wombo thing. I think it's really good to have some sort of poke and maybe someone that could play side lane, and Will's Jace definitely can.
Yeah, I would have preferred a better side laner and like side laner slash team fighter instead of side laner slash poke because I don't know,
Yeah.
Jace just doesn't seem to fit. And
Uh-oh.
IOL misses. What does this even mean? We have the owner of the
Um,
league in the chat. Let's see what he says. Question marks coming out in the chat. Some drama here in the first draft.
I'm assuming that they're probably just gonna. Okay, yeah, they're just gonna
was
type it in
Nico.
chat. It's not like it changes anything with the draft. You know, that
Yeah,
is
it
the
does
last
not.
thing that has to happen.
That
So
is true.
Nico, like you said, though, an AP champ
Yep.
from the top lane,
And
and
I
I
mean,
think that that's a pretty smart pick because Leona and Jarvan are gonna be looking to go in, you know, kind of start the fight. And if Nico's ready with the ult, you know, it's pretty rough diving into a Nico if she has her ult up. So.
right. Yeah, I definitely agree.
And like we said, top lane's going to be really spicy. Jace and Nico being pretty squishy champions that have pretty scary all-ins in lane.
I
So
think Nico is just, first of all, just putting this out to the public. JWM's champ pool is probably the most disgusting, just champion like wise. Like,
yup.
I mean, Set disgusting champion. Nico, just I mean the damage from these champions, it just doesn't even make sense. So I think honestly Nico just like wins that lane, but it'll be interesting. I mean, Jace clearly has the range on it, but I don't know. I mean, like kind of going back to the Jace pick, I'm not sure if I like it to be honest, because you know you have this great team fighting comp, then you kind of like randomly throw in the Jace. I do like the fact that it is a carry champ, but I think I would have rather like something else, like you know, like a I don't even know, maybe like even a Jax. You said that he played that. Because if you are
I'm not
looking,
sure exactly what he plays top lane. I just know that he
right,
plays a lot of carries.
yeah, so like you know a Fiora would have been good, or like a Camille even. I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but
Right.
I just think that TTM probably doesn't want to over-index too much into team fighting. I
That's
think
a good
picking
point.
something that's going to be focused on diving as well. Like
Right.
it gets to be too much. I feel like they have a lot already with Jarvan, Leona, and Orianna Ball. I think that they have plenty of team fight wombo. They just don't want to like get outpoked by Ezreal and whatever they would pick in the fifth slot if they pick something that poked. They don't want to get outpoked.
Yeah,
So
I
I think
agree.
that Jace is fine there, and he can side lane. And you know, if you have to pull away Yasuo from the team fight to try to match him, you know, I'm not sure how well they're gonna do if they don't have Yasuo to block Misfortune ult. You know,
Right.
so who's got to match Jace then? That's the question that I'm wondering.
Yeah. All right, so let's go into our keys to victory really quick.
Yes, sir.
I guess I'll stream this so you can do one of them. Let's see, go live, doom, change windows. Okay, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to see this. Can you see it?
I got it.
Alrighty. The keys
All right.
to victory presented by Budweiser. Would you like to do the first TTM or
Sure.
IOL?
Yeah, I'll grab TTM.
Okay.
So biggest thing for me, I think, is the fact that IOL kind of leaves JoJo on an island in the top lane. So I wanted to make sure that Nanya gets on something that he's comfortable with and something that he can carry on. And they did ban out his Irelia and his Cannon, which are the two things that I was thinking of first. But Jace is a carry that he is pretty good at nonetheless. So I think that they nailed that pretty well.
Yep, definitely.
Um, and we said get something that Sleepy can counter really bad Zed's assassins and stuff like that. The pick that we came to mind was Malzahar, and IOL's on it again. They have that banned, but I think Orianna is pretty good as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how comfortable he is on it, but it is a pretty safe laner, and I think it fits really well with their comp. So
Yeah.
I think they nailed
Good.
that as well.
Good range compared to Yasuo. Very safe lane.
hmm And I think there's, like I said earlier, there's a really good chance that I Kill for Q Dogs ends up just like following Etrim all over the map. I think the bot lane could very easily go into 1v1 very quickly. I think it's very possible that we see Leona and Blitzcrank just kind of surfing the map, following each other. And I think Cade knows that Derek is capable of doing that. So I think that Leona is pretty good at doing the same thing as Blitzcrank and trying to follow and make plays over the map. So I really like the way that they drafted, and I feel like they played into a lot of their strengths.
Yeah, I think they did a great job too. And then moving on, the keys to victory for IOL, the number 2 ranked team. You know, they are supposed to be the winner of this series, but we'll see what happens. But here are their keys to victory. Give Bradley, really bad Zed, a carry. No more mages. They played 3 mages in their first series, which was troll to me. But you know they already stopped it, and They put they go back to the basics. Put Bradley on a carry, Yasuo. So I already like that start. Number 2, get Latradis and JWM on comfort picks, which they both got their comfort picks, Kha'Zix, and I didn't put Nico on this, but I mean Nico's definitely another comfort pick.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen JDM's Nico, but it's something that he played a bunch in the first season of Beer League, and it's his favorite champion. Oh, yeah. So for sure a comfort pick.
And then number 3, put resources on top side of the map to slow down the carry potential of Nunya, which I think it really works this game, considering Jace is such a weak later game. I mean, his later game did get improved a little bit in the recent patches, but still very heavy early to mid game champion. So if you do shut it down early, it's gonna be a really tough game for Nunya to get anything done. So I think this is a really good key to victory for this game.
I know Jace is really good in the isolated 1v1 in lane, especially when he gets some of his early power spikes like the Serrated Dirk just with 1100 gold, building into Eclipse and stuff like that. So he is a really good laner in the 1v1 isolated, but if Latradis decides to put any pressure on the top lane to try to slow down his progress, I think that he's going to have a really rough time and is going to kind of like lack an objective for the rest of the game if he's not able to side lane safely.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Alrighty, so time for introductions. Didn't tell Reese about this, but I mean, he always comes prepared, I assume. So,
for sure.
What team would you like to introduce?
Ooh, I'll take TTM.
TTM, alright. I guess you can go first because they're on the left side. So here we go. You can go whenever you like.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Beer League's second round of playoffs. This is an exciting series with the loser going home. On the blue side, we have TTM to the moon. They've had several roster swaps and role swaps all over the place, but they have come ready to play today. In the top lane, they've got Nunya Business on the Jace, something that he's fantastic at, and we're hoping he can carry. Solf on the Jarvan. I'm super excited to see how much he serves the map. Hoping that he's able to use his background in support to try to support the rest of his team. In the mid lane, on the Orianna, we have Sleep A. And in the bot lane, one of the most new and upcoming bot lanes that we've seen so far, but have had a dominating season so far in the past couple of weeks. We have the Arch Lecter on the Misfortune, and I Kill for Cute Dogs on the Leona.
Beautiful. Now, I can't yell tonight because it is a bit of a later game, so there are people asleep, but that's all right. Now, on the right side, they picked red side. That's how confident they are. They don't even need the first pick. You got the number 2 rank coming out of Group B, right behind Reese's team, GGG. You got the team IOL. This team is, they're ranked on a lot of people's playoff predictions very high. A lot of them had them going to the finals, but here tonight it's a win or go home. So this could be it. They could be packing their bags after tonight, but I really don't think they're ready to do that. So I think they're going to come out here and just put on a show, to say the least. And it'll be very interesting. So getting into their starting lineup, you got the JWM in the top lane. He's on a comfort pick tonight, and he's going to be playing the Nico. And then in the jungle, you got Latradis on the Kha'Zix, my favorite champion, Death Blossom too, good skin. And in the mid lane, you have the best mid laner, probably 2 seasons in a row now, the really bad Zed. He's on Yasuo, one of his comfort picks, so it'll be interesting to see his return to the Yasuo in the league. And then at the bottom, you got Impex on Ezreal, really good ADC. New to the position this year, and he's really showed out. Had an amazing first round series, and then finally you have Etrim on the Blitzcrank. Oh my gosh, perfect timing too. We just got into the game. The League
How
of
good
Legends.
are we at this?
This is all planned out. Everyone watching at home. All right, so let me stream this to you. Or actually, are you watching it through the Spectator, or what do you want to do?
If you could stream it to Discord so we're on the same page, that would be good.
Yeah. Exit of that. Alright. Turn you down a bit. Turned you up for the intro. And
Let's go.
People spawning in. Let me change the windows. Alrighty. Tell me if you can see it.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, here we go. Time controls. Goodbye. You gotta leave chat on, in my personal opinion.
Oh yeah, of
I hope
course.
someone
Rest in
flames.
peace, all chat.
Yeah. Oh my. I don't even want to talk about it. It just makes me mad. Let me.
IOL's looking for something in the top river already.
Oh, yeah,
5
man,
stacking
they
that bush up there.
They are.
Looks like they're gonna be spotted out on the ward. Let's see if TTM comes up with a response.
Nice. Yeah, good play by TTM. You know they have a blitzcrank. They just put it down and yeah they spot out the Jace Q, so they know. A shout out by the Arch. He says hi Reese.
We're rooting for you, Joe.
Oh, some caster bias coming in. Alrighty,
I
we're only a
mean,
minute
I
into
want
the
to see
game.
my brother play well, so.
That is true. If you do not know at home, Reese the caster is I kill for cute dogs. That is his little brother.
So, a little bit of bias. I do hope to see an exciting series for sure.
Yeah, and you know, to me, there is a little bit of bias to IOL. Really Bad Zed is a lifelong best friend and my duo partner. So hope to see him do good and make some insane plays. And you know, I also hope to see them in the finals to get a little spicy, like to bring it way back.
Rivalry.
Yeah, season 1.5. I was actually on the team with Really Bad Zed and Impex. And our ADC was also on that team on STD, so there's a bit of some, you know, it's like a sister team to us, and we take those games serious, so it'll be interesting. But yeah, just normal starts here, nothing too fancy.
I like that Arch Lecter took Comet in this lane. Neither Ezreal or Blitzcrank have any sustain, so the fact that he's going to be able to lay down poke with his E and Comet, I think that's really good.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree. Looks like Kha'Zix is going for a 3 camp and then either gank or maybe invade, and then Jarvan's going for the 5 camp, which became a very popular clear. What? Actually, he might be going for a 4 camp? Not sure what's happening.
Interesting.
Yeah, Jace has the push in top lane though, so it could be an easy gank for Kha'Zix, and Jace did use his ward earlier on the invade, so he does not have a ward. But
I'm assuming that None of Your Business knows that he is kind of extended in this lane, but maybe he's just assuming that Dana doesn't come top. You know, she doesn't usually like to gank top too often, but that might catch None of Your Business off guard if he's not expecting it.
Yeah, and I think it's weird that she goes for the raids personally because you know you do have the top lane pushed in all the way. So I would have assumed that she goes for a gank, but it looks like she's just gonna be contesting the scuttle.
Yeah, we're gonna see a fight here over the scuttle in a couple seconds. None of Your Business does have the push in top lane, but Bradley does have the push in mid lane. So looks like TTM might have to concede this crab since Bradley got the mid push. Let's see if he tries to go for a double crab.
This is pretty big. I'm not sure why Nanya didn't move down. That seems strange to me.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, Kha'Zix just gets this. I mean, he has mid prio and bot prio.
Bot prio, no, yeah.
Jarvan's about to get double scuttled. This feels really bad for Solf. And if he tries to fight Kha'Zix, he probably just dies.
It sucks that we have to see Jarvan just stand there and watch take both crabs. I feel like he should have pathed down back to his wolves or something.
Yeah, it's sad. You hate to be in that position as a jungler. Just feels really helpless at the start. So.
Right. Hopefully he's able to get back out onto the map and try to get a gank or two in before Kha'Zix really starts to take the lead with the gold advantage.
So putting some poke down, but nothing major.
A little bit of a CS lead for all 3 lanes and the jungle of IOL so far.
Yeah, really big one in the mid lane.
Yeah.
That's, a wave and a half.
He's looking to engage at level 3.
Oh.
Does get the pull from Blitzcrank. Oh, wow. Good ending to the trade by getting lots of damage onto the Ezreal as well.
Yeah, that was great. Kind of
just one sum for one sum. The Blitzcrank's Ignite for the heal. And A lot of damage traded back onto the Ezreal, so I think that's overall better for TTM.
Yeah, I would agree. And if you want to do like
A lot
the
of trading going on in the...
play-by-play for this first game, and then we just like switch off, that's completely fine by me.
Sure, sure. Just a little trade. Isn't able to follow up with anything else. Latradis is looking for the gank on the bot side. Blitzcrank's moving up for the hook. Doesn't look like anything connects down there.
Yeah. Scoob's asking in the chat, what is the beer league jungle tier list in our opinion? You talking about like, oh, that is a dead.
He's dead to Ignite.
Yep, that's a dead Orianna.
It's first blood. You love to see it.
Yep, and this is kind of the guys. You know, I think we both, you know, the lane that we both kind of said this is the win factor for IOL. And
yeah, not gonna say I told you so, but
yeah.
Bradley on one of his carries. I mean, it's hard not to expect the first blood.
Right, and he's not only first blood, but doubled the CS of. I mean, there is a wave crashing, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. But Scoob's asking, what's the beer league jungle tier list? Are you talking about champions, or are you talking about people like that play the role? But yeah, great start from IOL. Kind of exactly what they're looking for. Just let Riley do what he does. I mean, I think, you know, most of their wins come from either mid lane or bot lane carry. You know, there's been games here and there that, you know, clearly come from Latradis and JWM as well, but I think that's their main core focus.
Yeah, I agree. And Yasuo is having a great start so far. On his first back, he's able to buy boots, which is a core piece of his build, and even able to get the longsword and dagger along with it. Ooh, JDM's gonna take the vision from the river, and they might be looking for something up in the top lane now.
Yeah, I like that play.
Looks like she's just moving down for Crab for now, but knowing that there's no vision up there, she might try to gank the Jace after he pushes the wave.
And you know, we see the Etrim roaming as you said.
Yeah, just sitting in the river looking to see if he can do anything in the mid lane. Oh, here it comes. Jace is gonna have to flash here. Oh, and he still dies. Nah, you have to flash away from Kha'Zix sooner.
No one respects the Kha'Zix. I mean, that one's a little tricky. I mean, that's kind of like busted what just happened there. But, you know, a lot of people let the animation go through and the flash, and it's like, oh no, that thing's going to follow you.
Yep, you have to respect it for sure. I like that TTM responds with taking the dragon, though. They see Latradis up in the top lane going for the gank, and they immediately decide to take the dragon.
Very quick reaction.
So good cross-map play.
No, honestly, as Jarvan, now you can start pressuring the Rift Herald. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
Your blue buff's up, so you're going to be up there anyways, and Jace is pretty much always perma-pushed into the lane, so I think it's pretty easy to get if you wanted it.
Yeah, I think it could be dangerous, though, because both mid lane and top lane are ahead for IOL, so he could get collapsed on pretty easily if... Oh, he's looking for something, but isn't able to find anything because of the pink ward.
Yeah.
His whole jungle's up. I'm curious to see which way he decides to path it, where he wants to go.
Yeah, I mean, kind of a slow-paced game so far. Only 2 kills. 8 minutes.
Yeah. Well, Cade's looking to go in. Burns the flash out of the Blitzcrank with the bullet time.
We almost jinxed that one.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes again.
Oh, ult goes down. Blitzcrank's no flash. They could probably get a kill here. Oh, the pull comes through on a misfortune. Ezreal's doing huge damage with all of his Qs. I don't think he's missed a single skill shot yet. He just keeps landing them. Maybe he takes on the Leona as well. Bradley's 1v2 in the mid lane is almost taking down the Irelia. Maybe we'll take her down with the Ignite. Ends up taking... Oh, wow! Okay, ends up going down to the Ignite anyway. Good response from the Jarvan, though.
Gosh, I mean, that's what you get, you know, by scouting really bad Zed in the offseason. You know, that's just disgusting. He practically 2v1s right there. And just gets an easy setup for Latradis. And now 2 kills on both him and jungle and the bot lane's winning.
Looks like 90 Biz is trying to go for a solo queue here. Solo kill, excuse me. Doesn't quite end up finishing her off. He's just gonna have to recall. He's out of mana. Doesn't have teleport. Neither does JWM. Both resets for the top laner. I'm curious if Latradis tries to go for the Rift Herald here now, knowing that Jace is on a reset. Blitzcrank's in the top side of the map too.
Yep.
They might be looking for something cheesy.
They're going for it.
Ezreal doesn't have any sums and he's relatively low on mana, so I'm curious to see if TTM tries to go for some sort of dive here soon. Looks like they're both pretty close to having their ults up. Leona has it now. Misfortune is probably 20 seconds off or so. No, Ezreal's gonna back. He realized that he might be in danger. So just getting his mana. Finishing his Divine Sunder already. 10 minutes into the game. Wow.
Jeez Louise. Gosh, that's crazy. First mythic.
Oh. No pull coming through yet, but good root. Isn't able to do a whole lot with it. Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying, though. Etrim's kind of surfing the map right now. He was up top lane, and then he tries to go for a play in the mid lane. Looks like he's going to go back to bot lane now that Ezreal's going to get back in lane.
Uh-oh, Bradley looks like it's going to get ganked here. Oh, the EQ misses from Jarvan.
Dodges the tornado, though, so they don't have a repeat of the 2v1 again.
Yeah, I mean, he's level 10 versus a level 7 Jarvan. That's just outrageous. I mean, if you're Bradley, you're just start to walk into their jungle. Yeah, just like put as much pressure on this guy as you possibly can. Uh-oh.
Oh, here comes another play from Blitzcrank. Orianna doesn't have flash.
What?
Oh, the pull just misses. Wow, that was
Right?
so close. Wow.
That looked like a hit to me.
Looks like Misfortune does have her mythic as well in the bot lane. A
God.
huge trade coming through, getting chunked to half health. If he gets hit by another root, he could just be in death.
So where do you think is the best place to put this Rift Herald, those Kha'Zix?
I see that Yasuo has one plate down already. Maybe if they could... Oh, they're trying to kill the Nico here. Uh-oh. Flash doesn't connect on the Jace. Latradis is here for the counter gank, but it looks like it's going to fizzle out into nothing.
And good response by Latradis, kind of feeling out the map and just being there for the counter gank. You love
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see it.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Cade's all the way up in the top lane. They're going to try to 3v2 this. He
they're-
does have his ult. Nico doesn't have flash.
that.
Neither does Latradis.
Oh,
double stun.
nice. Wow.
That's exactly what I'm talking
Uh-oh.
about. These supports are just... Yasuo's
no.
looking to clean.
Don't
He
do
takes
it.
down one. The exhaust comes through. Can they get out? Dodges the tornado. Stuns him up.
Ugh.
Looks like they're just going to trade just one down. How broken is support, man? You could just be
It's
anywhere on the map at
disgusting.
any time.
Yeah,
It's
great
so
stun
nutty.
by Cade. Even though that was the clone, it is a double stun. Plus he has his other stun for what was the real one, but could have been the clone.
Right.
So,
Right, right.
great play by Cade.
Yeah, for sure. I love to see supports getting out all over the map. Feels like one of the most fun things that
Oh
you can
my
do.
gosh, It's MF
Uh-oh.
giving a little leash to the bot lane. Thank you very much.
She might have smelled that they were on Dragon, might have just been trying to cheese steal
Yeah,
it,
that was
but
just
doesn't end up
blind.
finding anything. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like she has such good synergy with the Leona ult. Like,
Oh yeah, dude,
wasting
late
it like
game,
that
it's
seems
gonna
kind of
be-
disappointing.
Yeah, but late game is just gonna be disgusting.
Yeah. Ezek's looking to try to counter jungle the Raptors since
Oh my
Bradley does have the pushing
gosh.
on mid lane. Oh, a huge trade coming out for
Oh
Nunya. He
my
gets out of the
gosh.
ult. He might be able to finish her off here. She doesn't have flash. He gets it by the root though. He's gonna
Q.
keep going. He has flash. He might try to flash Q with a hammer here in a second.
Oh,
Oh, he's one shot. Yeah, he's gonna flash Q right here. Boom, there it
Nice.
is. Solo kill by Nunya business.
huge.
Yasuo is coming to follow up. Jace has to get out of here fast or he's gonna be in trouble.
Oh, nice. It's
Okay, he sees him there. Yep,
Wow,
perfect.
This is a very good, very, very, very good kind of call back from Nanya. I mean, their team's down. They just lost a dragon,
Yeah.
so good for him to kind of bring it back
Yeah.
and get a solo kill.
I think all they have to do is just keep staying afloat for now. As long as they don't sink too quick and they make it to the part of the game where they can team fight with their crazy team fight wombo, I think that they have a chance for sure. Oh, he's going to try to go for the ult.
my
I don't know if he can finish
gosh.
here. He did have an ignite. He might have been able to kill. He might just go in for a redive perhaps.
Yeah, I think he might have been
He's going to
scared
face
of
check him.
the Oriana ult under the tower.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Even if you are ahead, that thing, it's Just rips you apart.
Cade's in the mid lane is gonna try to help Bailey get the push in since he is low health and scared.
Really bad. Zed with the taunt, just laughing at this. You love to see it.
Yeah, bring more, he's saying. How many more you need?
Honestly, though.
Man, Latradus is just all up in Sylph's jungle. It secures the blue buff as well. Jace is almost here in the jungle. Leona's coming down as well.
Uh-oh.
Oh, flash Q from Cade. Kha'Zix is 1 HP.
Oh, no!
That's so sad. Jace is going to try to take down the Nico here, though.
I think they just clean it up.
Wow, kills the Nico. Kha'Zix is 1 HP in the bush as well. Sylph is getting away from the Yasuo. They're committing too hard. They do have the Blitzcrank and the Yasuo behind them, and they retreat back. Don't greed too hard for the Kha'Zix.
And Cade is playing out of his mind right now. He's
Yes,
just
sir.
rolling everywhere.
Uh-oh.
I think they
Has to
just
dodge
win
the
this.
hook here.
Yep. they
Oh,
just
wow.
win it.
Dodges the Tornado. They're going to be able to take down the Blitzcrank. No problem here.
Wow, and TTM playing together, to say the
Oh,
least.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
they're looking clean.
Wow, these AD carries are just having the time of their life down in the bot lane, just
Solo
CSing.
lane.
Holy cow.
I wonder tower falls though, mid lane. Oh my gosh, okay. That's a
Yeah, the
pretty-
Rift Herald did go down on the mid tower
Oh, that's
earlier,
true,
so
yeah.
Ezreal is gonna clean it up since it was low health. This Ezreal is silently getting pretty strong though. You know, he did get that one huge kill. He just got the first tower for himself.
Yeah, let's see
you know.
what the gold lead's looking like. Oh yeah, 1,300 in front of MF.
Mm-hmm. Only 400 gold behind Yasuo, despite Yasuo
So-
having a couple more kills under his belt.
2,200 lead on his laner. A 1,200 lead for Kha'Zix. And then a 1,000 lead for Jace.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
overall 3k lead for IOL, and it looks like they're going to get the second Rift Herald as
Yep.
well. So Dragon,
Dana's favorite objective,
Yeah,
second
honestly,
Rift
though.
Herald.
if there was a reward, she would definitely be getting it. So
Yeah, yep.
with Dragon coming up in a minute, what do you think happens here? Do you think someone's going to... who do you think has the edge on the map?
I don't know. I think if they were to try to just raw team fight, like 5v5 here, I mean, TTM's comp is designed for that. I don't think that IOL are going to want to try to compete with that, but
Right.
at the end of the day, it is just a Cloud Dragon, and neither of them are close to a soul. Wow, a huge trade
What
coming out
is
with a
that
root.
damage?
Jace is getting kind of greedy against the Yasuo, but is able to dodge the
I
tornado.
don't even know. I think Yasuo may win that. Oh, well,
Yeah,
we're
if
about to
you,
see.
tornado comes down,
Never mind.
has phase rush.
Not even close.
Oh wow.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, he got hit by the first tornado, and just then after that, ate
Yeah. Getting hit by
flash
the-
Q again.
Right. You get hit by
There
the
is
tornado, it's
definitely-
over.
Yeah, I think there's room for outplay for Nunya, but I
I
mean
think
it's
there
hard
is,
to
too.
outplay when he used both of his sums and you don't have your flash.
So now I guess, IOL has 5 members on the map, so it's just gonna kind of go over to them,
Yeah.
this Dragon. Unless,
Looks- yeah.
Unless there's a
TTM's
slice
kind of giving up the river right now. They might be just trying to play for a steal or something,
Yeah.
but
Jace doesn't have
we've
TP, so
yeah, we've seen IOL make, some errors and some mistakes around dragons before though.
That
So
is
hopefully
true.
that they're able to secure this cleanly. Does
Got a
look to
pull?
be so.
ah,
Nope, no pull.
It's like my favorite pool.
Yeah, yeah.
It feels
Just
so
like
bad.
a hero pull over the wall.
Or like the thresh pull, like on this wall, you can like literally just pull them through this, like. doesn't even
Oh
make
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Or like earlier today, like I was over here, I swear, and a pike pulled me from right there to like here over the wall.
Oh my god,
Wait,
we missed
what?
a solo kill, Trevor.
Oh! Alright, we're rewinding really quick.
Looks like they are gonna drop the Rift Trail to secure
30
the tower
second
as well.
rewind. No. Okay. Rewind. Oh, this is too far, huh? We'll speed it up a little bit. Alright. Oh.
Jace tries to commit too hard. Oh my god, gets... Okay, it was
yeah.
not a solo kill in the slightest. Gets popped by a full Nico combo and an
And
ult.
this tower's just going down the third barrel. Yeah,
Yep.
definitely greedy by Nunya. Going into the 2 versus 1.
Yeah, I mean, that is his playstyle. He's gonna put it all on the line, which, I mean, has paid its consequences 4 times already this game, but he has had some pretty clean kills so far.
Yeah, that is
So
true.
let's see if he's able to kind of turn things around and maybe find a couple more kills, or if the greed gets the best of him.
See what Kha'Zix evolved. So Kha'Zix doesn't evolve E. That's interesting. She goes W, then Q. Or maybe the other way around.
Uh-oh.
Oh my
Another solo
gosh.
kill down for really bad
Is that,
Zed.
what is it, third or fourth solo kill? Oh my gosh.
Eh,
This is why you put really bad Zed in the solo carry. He,
mm.
I mean, or carry champ. He does carry, that's for sure. Bradley having a heck of a game.
Oh, Blitzcrank's
Oh,
playing
no.
silent in the bush. Oh no. Cade's gonna try to
nice
stun him
catch.
up so they can get Jarvan away.
They just gotta run.
Really good play from both of the supports. Cade thinking that he could take the two. Oh, a flash hook from Etrim. They don't quite get the kill yet. I don't know if Bradley was ready for that. Oh,
Here
a
comes Kha'Zix.
good dive, but they're gonna try to
Flash.
re-dive. Looks like Oriana is TPing up to save Cade though, so he can get out. But he might be in some trouble
I think
himself,
they just
actually.
power dive if you're IOL. Next wave.
Looks like Cade's gonna stick around to try to cover the dive just in case. Oh, insta exhaust coming out.
Oh!
Oh, he
Outplayed.
lives at 1 HP.
Oh my gosh.
This kid's just crazy
He's
right now.
got
He's covering
202.
dives all over the map.
Cade does not want to go home. Oh
Uh-oh,
my gosh.
here it comes again.
Here it comes again. What is that? 4
Yeah.
now? 4 solo kills for really bad Zed.
I mean, Blitzcrank did hit the E, so
That is
not
true.
technically a solo kill, but yeah, there's nobody that can match Bradley in the side lane. He's gonna go again for another one here.
No.
Oh, another knockup. He doesn't have
Oh
ult,
my-
but I think he's still. Oh,
I think
isn't
he
able to find it
definitely-
yet though.
Killed it, but you know. And meanwhile,
They realize JoJo's overextended on the bot side of the map. They're gonna try to catch him out. Good CC chain from Cade. They're gonna lock him down. Yeah, JoJo just does not do enough damage right now. Is gonna try to flash away, but still ends up going down. Not able to
meanwhile,
buy enough time.
Ezreal has gotten 2 full turrets solo. So
Yep. Yeah,
the Ezreal
He's
only
just-
has 1 kill, but he is massive.
yeah, he's just silently scaling in the background.
Yep, 2,300 over his laner.
hmm
Bradley 4,000 over his laner.
Yeah,
Holy.
he just finished his. Yeah, he's gonna finish his IE right now once he goes back to base, and he's just gonna be a whole new monster, which is just crazy that he's doing so much damage already.
Man.
Looks like he's going to go for a Death's Dance next, I believe, which I think is a perfect buy right here. All of TTM is physical damage except for the Oriana, so I think that Death's Dance is perfect.
I mean, if you're TTM, what do you do here? You just, I mean, you give up the next dragon probably, right?
Yeah. Well, Jarvan's trying to find some vision on the map right now, but just doesn't have the numbers with his team, especially since IOL has the mid wave pushed in.
You think if
Yeah, I think they can afford to give this dragon. Maybe start trying to fight at the next one.
You think they can win a team fight if they combo up really bad Zed and like use their team comp? Or
Yeah,
is it
yeah,
they're
they
just too
definitely
far
have to-
ahead? Or-
You have to tie down Bradley. I think it's still possible to pop him with all your damage. You know, Misfortune ult does a lot. Is
Right.
level 11 already, so does have 2 points into the ult.
Oh, here's the catch. Nope.
They could try to look for him right now, but Etrim is going to zone right now. They are just trying to walk through him. Looks like he's just going to die, sacrifice himself so they can get the dragon.
Do get the dragon, but this could be a big team fight.
None of your business is too far up in front of his team.
Or
His
is
team's
he?
not ready yet. Oh! Comes out. Oh,
What?
doesn't dodge the Ezreal ult. Misfortune's doing a lot of damage right
Wow,
now,
can they get another
though.
one? Oh, so
Oh.
close.
Not quite. Are able to get 3 for 1. So although they lose the drag, they come out on top in the team fight at least.
Yeah,
Get
that's
some
actually
gold in other pockets.
Pretty big. I mean, you know, honestly, IOL could have done that and no one died if they did it properly, I
Right.
think.
Yeah.
So for them to
Yeah.
trade back 3, oh, wow.
Good flash from Archlector to get out of that. Knockup coming through. He's windwalled. He can't do any damage. He's just gonna get run
Oh,
down.
my goodness.
Cade's trying to stun him up, but it's just too late, and it's
Oh
gonna go
my
down for
God.
their sacrifices. That would have been dirty.
Bradley is not going home tonight, he says. going in 1v3 and just doesn't even care at all. Holy moly. Level 16.
Yeah, he's
Oh
just
my
miles ahead of everyone so
gosh.
far this game. 240 CS, 25
He
minutes
is
in.
6 levels above his own support. That is disgusting.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna do Baron. I like TTM can't get out on the map fast enough to contest it.
Even if they did want to, they would have to face check that and just
Yeah, just too risky.
yeah.
So we're looking at like a 9.5K gold lead right now,
Yeah.
ish.
Yeah, it's
Man,
I don't know. I really don't know for TTM. You know, I feel like the Jace is practically useless now. 25 minutes into the game, and
I don't know. I don't know when he finished his Muramana, but that is a pretty huge power spike for him. I
yeah.
think
But do you think he can
I don't.
solo lane against the Nico or?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I think
Okay.
he can lane against the Nico. I think that, they just need to try to group up for this next dragon, hopefully. Let Jace get some poke damage before the fight even starts, and then have the Wombo come through if they can ever find a pick on Bradley.
Right.
Yeah, 9K gold lead is a lot though. I've always wondered like where the line is, where like too big of a gold lead, it's insurmountable,
Right.
and they're getting up there, but I
Yeah.
think there's still a chance,
I think there
I
is
don't
too.
think it's impossible yet.
I mean, earlier in the season, STD played a game, and we actually gave up the soul, like on our kind of turtle attempt, and we
Mhm.
also
Mhm.
almost came back. So honestly, for them, if giving up the soul is the only way to come back, it can work. Oh no,
Oh, a huge hero hook onto the Jace ends up going down.
jeez.
Blitzcrank scales infinitely. He could be
Yep,
level 1 and be the best scaling champ in the game. That's all
it's
he needs is one
disgusting.
hook like that.
I don't know.
They're just gonna look to.
Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
down onto the misfortune. They just have to try to hero fight here, but I don't think that they're
It's
gonna be able to get anybody.
they do get the Kazakhs, but that's gonna be it.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Bradley
game's just
rotates over
over.
from the mid and hit him. Yep, that's gonna be the end of the game.
Wow.
Another hook. He's 3 for
Oh
3 in these
my.
last couple of minutes.
Spam the emotes, boys. And that's it. End of cringe, and they did end, so they're a bit cringe.
I guess they're
According to them,
cringe.
yeah. Yeah.
Let's
Wow.
see if that affects their mental for the second game, knowing that they're cringe.
That is a good point. You know? Wow. Okay, so IOL just honestly destroyed them. To say it
Yeah, I
lightly.
mean, he solo carried that game. There was good plays all around the rest of the map, and Ezreal having a good KD as well. Derek hitting a bunch of pulls, but I mean, if it wasn't for the Yasuo, they wouldn't have been any of the positions that they were in. He was just so far ahead of everyone else,
Yeah.
Like you said in your keys to victory, no more mages for Bradley. Let him carry on those fighters
And
and those assassins, and
yeah, and I mean
carry he did.
that's kind of what they were missing last week. They were only trying to carry out of their bot side, and just doesn't work, or it
Hmm.
didn't at least last week. And I just don't think that's how they have been doing it all season. So I'm not sure like why you would change it. And TTM picks blue side, so they liked the blue side, so they're gonna pick it again. So you think they're gonna pick the same pick, or what do you think?
I don't know. I feel like the misfortune looked pretty good for them, but I don't know if it's something that they want to continue first picking. I don't know how comfortable Archlector is on it.
Right.
So curious to see if they try that again or if they have something else in mind.
So how do you approach Bradley now? I mean, banning out the Yasuo is not going to do anything because he is a champion Ocean. So
Right, yeah. Like if they were to swap out the Yone ban for a Yasuo, then he just plays
right.
Yone and does the same thing.
So you think they
So I don't
triple
know.
ban him and just camp him, or what do you think? What do you? I mean, what after going down to 0-1, we said winning the game one, big deal. I mean, mentally it's a big deal. Just comfortability, it's a big deal.
Hmm.
Just
Hmm.
all around huge deal. So now going into game two, if you're TTM, what do you think? How do you stop Bradley?
All right, now this is going to be a little bit of a hot take here, but we
Okay.
did say that we want to get something that can stabilize mid lane, something like a Malzahar that shuts down that champ pool. And I do know that Bailey has his roots in the top lane of being pretty dang good at that Ornn, and I think Ornn does really good into a lot of the champions that Bradley likes to play. And so Ornn mid might just be something that they Hail Mary to. We'll see.
That would be interesting. That is
Yeah,
definitely a hot take.
Scoob says in chat, set mid. I think that that's also a really
Oh,
good
yeah,
play.
that would be
That
good
does really
too.
well into stuff like Yasuo and Yone, who
Right,
just want
he's
to get up
super
in his
bursty.
face. Yeah, yeah. That is
Well,
one of Bailey's favorites, so let's see if they think about that as well.
yeah, let's see what happens. So the return band, Zed, Cannon, probably gonna be similar bands, I would assume. Dion, might be the Bradley triple band.
Yeah, they might. I doubt they'll leave Yasuo open again.
Let's see.
We'll see. Yep, there it is.
The triple band, that feels good. That
I will
feels
sticking with the
good.
same three though.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Nothing that game really stuck out to me as like, whoa, that needs to be banned if you're on IOL.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
So, unless they
If it
pull
ain't
out
broke,
something,
don't fix
yeah,
it.
unless they pull out something that's gonna change that. Okay, wow, okay, we're doing a salty run back here. But
Mhm.
I mean, I like it. I mean, MF wasn't the problem. That's not why they lost. I mean, they just got
Yeah. Misfortune was doing a lot of damage in the team fights, and I think can do the same thing again. Had a pretty solid lane phase, so
yeah. I
happy to
agree.
see that they're willing to try it again. And they're going to respond with the same thing with the Ezreal, one
I
of
think that's
Empex's
fine.
favorites,
Yeah.
and played it pretty well last game. Pretty risk averse, only dying.
Kha'Zix
What?
again. Oh.
Do we get the same link, or what's happening
What's
here?
happening here? This is not a rewind, by the way. You are. It's still live if you're watching it from home.
Oh, they're going to take the
stealing
Blitzcrank
bullets.
away.
Okay, so
This
there
is
you go.
something that Cade goes back to way back from season 2 when he's on SPO. One of his signature picks back then is going to come back to it now. I like it.
And I mean, I think you just go jungler here. I would assume.
Yeah, probably.
Lock the Amumu, please. Oh my goodness!
There it is.
They call us casters for a reason. And look at the title. We're the dynamic duo. This is why. We predicted the MF, and now here's the Amumu. I love the pick. It just goes well, like, into their team. I think they need a strong jungler early game that can just gank and shut down a person like Bradley, and Amumu can definitely do that.
Oh, they left the Zillion open
Zillion.
this time, and they're going to take the opportunity to grab it
Ugh.
while they can.
Kind of icky. Honestly, if I'm going into this series, I would never ban Zillion. For two reasons. Well, honestly, one. I mean, I think it is a good pick from Etrim, but he hasn't actually. If you look back at his games, he hasn't been playing it in the beer league as much recently.
It's been banned.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure if I looked back at their bans, but last series we didn't ban it at all, and I think if you don't ban a champion, it kind of shows like a mental strength from your team. You know what I mean? It's like,
Right,
we're
right,
not
yeah.
scared of it, so like you can pick it and we don't care. But then by banning
Yeah,
it
exactly.
and then not banning it, it's like, oh crap. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, they
Yeah,
don't want us to play it,
exactly.
so now it makes me want to play it even more. So
Right, yeah,
in
that's a very good
situations
point.
like that, I just tend not to ban it. It was on our banned list when we played them, potential bans, but we just didn't end up doing it because I think he never picked it. It was open the whole series, never once first phase or second phase. So I think it's kind of something like that. That's how I feel about bans sometimes. It's like a mental game.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, I think.
Yeah, and similar bans coming out.
I think that the Zillion's going to function pretty well, though. If he's ever able to, use his ult on someone that's getting blitz hooked, that's another life that they get. And I think it works really well with the Ezreal. They're both really safe and scale pretty well. So
Right. Scoop saying, "Isn't Blitz good into Zillion?" I have no idea. I would, just by looking at it, say it's probably pretty good, but I'm not sure.
in lane phase, it's good. Yeah, I mean, if you hit a pull on a Zillion in lane phase, he's just probably
Just
going to
dead,
die.
yeah.
But I think Zillion, with his ult, though, in the mid game, is going to be able to save some lives away from the blitz hooks. So I think that's pretty good as well.
And Vex, the first lock of Beer League. Here it is. Wow. That's going top. I know 100% because Bradley does not play that champion.
Yeah, and it does not surprise me at all that JoJo would play the Vex top. That is not out of the picture at
Wow.
all.
Okay, so this is interesting. And then a Galio picked, and they're going for another team fighting comp, it looks like.
Yep. I think if Mumu hits a bandage in, hits a crazy R, and Galio
Oh!
jumps on top. Oh,
And a
I like
Gangplank.
this.
Okay, we're getting some spice in here now.
Mhm.
Probably either the first time Gangplank has ever been picked in Bear League or one of the few. Because
Wow.
I don't.
I do not like the Lucian mid pick at all.
And
I do not like that
they
at
picked
all.
the Lucian mid, which is something Bradley has been practicing. Why do you not like it?
I don't know. I think he only functions now as like an ADC. They've kind of like, modified some of his stats and some of his build paths, and they're really trying to push him into the bot lane with an enchanter. He is still a really good lane bully against Galio, so they do have that going for him. But I think the fact that he's so low range, that's going to be super scary for him going up against a Blitzcrank and a Mumu. And
Right.
even a Gangplank, if he gets hit by a barrel or something, like he's like at a super big risk when he's like playing so low range.
Yeah. It's an interesting pick. I mean, I don't. I also agree it's not the best pick here. Um, but we'll see what happens. I guess maybe he'll just extreme bully him and just make it a win. But I'm not sure. I'm looking at the stats, but I don't see Gangplank on here unless I missed it. No way is he in
Yeah.
8 games. I must have missed him. Have you ever
Gangplank,
seen a Gangplank in Beer League?
um, I've seen it in previous seasons. I know that for sure, but I can't recall one so far this season. But
I
Will picking Gangplank doesn't surprise me. Like I said, he does like those carry champions, and Gangplank is always at the top of his tier list, so it
right.
doesn't surprise me that he picks that at all. And I don't know if he knew it was Vex top, or if he was just intending to pick Gangplank blind, assuming that the Vex was mid or what. But
Yeah, I'm
I'm
not
I'm
sure.
curious to see how well he performs on this because it's an extremely high skill cap champion.
Yep. And Vermilion says it's got to be Lucian top. You know, players wise, it's definitely going to be Bradley on Lucian, but you could be right. They could be sending Bradley top lane, but I don't know. Top lane Lucian sounds even more troll to me. So it'll be interesting to see though what they do. And Gangplank, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I just looked at the stats. It looks like Gangplank has never been picked or banned this season, and
Mm.
so has Vex. Actually, she's probably been banned, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Let's go look at the stats.
So we're seeing a couple people in chat. Vermilion says he thinks that it's got to be Lucian top, like you were saying, and you said that Bradley's been practicing the Lucian, doesn't play the Vex, and I know the same thing for JoJo. He doesn't really play the Lucian, and he also has been practicing the Vex. So maybe we might see some lane swaps coming through, or maybe we're just wrong with those predictions, and they just play Lucian mid and
Right.
Vex top.
Yeah, and Vex has been banned once, so this is 2 first times. This. If you're looking for spicy in the playoffs, this is it.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, it's and something kind of to point out that kind of goes, I feel underrated about IOL and specifically JWM is his ability to play AP tops. I don't think anyone else in the whole entire league plays AP tops really. There's a few picks here and there, but it's really, really not popular at all. And it definitely, it works really well with them because Latradis doesn't play very many AP junglers. So it gives them the freedom of playing that AD mid if they really want it.
Yeah.
It's still a little risky having one AP
Mhm.
carry, but it's doable. So
It balances out your team comp way more
Right.
having
so
the ability to pick an
right,
AP
so
champ in the top
props
lane.
to JWM for doing that. I mean, that's a very, very, very important and I feel like underlooked thing that he brings to this team.
Yeah. I think TTM does also have, like, similar to last game, that kind of team fight wombo combo comp, and they didn't really get a chance to try to pull one of those
Pull
fights
off,
off
yeah.
last game, so hopefully they can try to get one this game.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you're crazy if you're not going mid lane this game as a Mumu and ganking. I mean, this such an easy gank setup. Like
Hmm.
Lucian does have a dash, but I mean, you have so much CC. Knock up, taunt.
I'm thinking
two
that
stuns.
Solphus probably want to go top though. Vex doesn't have a dash. He's in a
That's
really long
true.
lane. Gangplank does really well when he gets ahead, and I think that he could be a pretty huge win con. So
Yeah.
I think I would personally path top if I was playing MMO.
I think both can be good, but I think it's just Lucian. I mean, just saying last game, I think Bradley's just the bigger threat. So if you shut him down early, and it looked like Nanya could hold his own anyways top lane, so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it could.
that's true.
I think both lanes are completely fine. As you said, Vex is very. I mean, she's an extremely squishy champion.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
definitely is a good gank. But I mean, bot lane doesn't really interest me. Ezreal dash and Zillion ult. So like, I don't know,
Yeah,
speed
yeah.
ups. I honestly would probably never go bot if I was a Momo.
Yep, I think they're just like last game. There's a good chance that these supports surf the map again.
Mm-hmm.
Blitzcrank is not going to really have any interest in trying to hook Ezreal because Ezreal can buffer his hook and can just dash away from it.
Right.
If Zillion's still down there, he can slow the Blitzcrank and stun him. They're just going to poke him out. So Blitzcrank doesn't really want to be bot lane, and I think that Zillion probably doesn't want to be either if the Blitzcrank's roaming.
Yeah, I would agree. So, based off the drafts and based off your knowledge, who do you think wins? Do you think TTM can pull it back, get a game, and bring it to 3?
I want to see it go 3 games. So out of bias there, I've got to say that TTM is going to win this.
Okay.
But it's hard to say with 2 first-time champions so far in Beer League, and Gangplank is a champion that really does have a high skill cap, and I've only seen Will's Gangplank a few times. Has impressed me a little bit, but let's see if he can show up today on it. And I don't know how JWM is on the Vex top. That's another complete unknown for me. Same thing with Bradley's Lucian. I have no idea how that goes either. So
Yeah, it'd be
there's a
interesting.
lot that I have no idea of, so I'm very curious to see.
Yeah,
But I do like TTM's Wombo. I think Mumu going in with Bandage and ulting, and then Galio ulting on top of that, with like the Misfortune Bullet tying the Gangplank ult coming down. There's just a lot of layering of huge circle Rs. So.
Right. And with that, I actually brings up another good point. I don't think Lucian mid has been played. Well,
No,
games
I've
played
gotten my
twice.
teeth kicked in
Yeah.
by Mind Static Solution mid at the beginning of the
Yeah,
season.
that is true. It has been played twice. It has a 50% win rate, so. But still, a newer champion to Beer League, this Lucian mid. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. And Galio kind of is like a reminder of last season. I feel like that was like the most played champion. Just
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
all throughout.
There's a lot of mid laners that really did like Galio, like to be able to roam with the ult.
Yeah, it was pretty insane.
And I think that kind of matches Sleepy's play style, from his top lane days, playing the tanks that do the TPs all over the map, I think that he's going to like trying to influence the side lanes with his ulti, so I think that that's probably a good pick for him.
And kind of go back into the comments. Scoobs is asking the jungle tier list of the players in the Beer League. I mean, I'll give my general top 3.
If you don't put yourself at first, you're trolling.
In
by the way.
no particular order. In no particular order, I would put. Let me think about it. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know all the junglers, but I gotta refresh myself, just really quick. Go look at the Beer League. Teams. So what you got? Without even looking at the teams, I can name them all. I watch every game. Come on. AR, Cody, I mean, can we even put him in the top 3? Although he would be in the top 3. But team doesn't play. How has Dark, Tavion, GG, Scoob / Trooper, IQ, Zesty, Sulf, Latradus, and Siege. Okay, so I would probably say Siege P from IIG. And then, honestly, hot take, Zesty from IQ, and then I'm going to put me in the top 3. And
Okay. Okay.
it's tough to rate that because GGG has had flip flop junglers the whole game or the whole series, or
Yeah.
and then How has also had like